Hi guys, this is my first day of the 31 day July painting challenge of 2017. What I'm doing is Wild West Exodus, as you saw in my boot camp. My first goal this week is to try and get these wee fellas done. I've already made a start on this guy. If I can just focus in there, if you get a good view. Oh, try again, a bit more. Come on, there we go. Zoom in a bit more, I reckon. Back out there. Now I spent a couple of days trying to get this jacket every sort of like 5 or 10 minutes just to try and get the colours. The lighting doesn't give any justice at the moment. It's still a bit shiny, so I've got to give it a matte coat when I'm finished. I've still got the gloves to do, and I've started on the trousers. I was going to go for a brown trouser, but then I thought, no, well, I've got the belts. I could go for a different colour of brown, but no, I thought I'll just stick with the blue denim because I prefer that. And then I'm working on the boots. I'm going to be a black boot, and then brown buckles and silver brass, buckle, sorry, and leather strapping, I think, and then maybe a bit of metal work on the soles of the boot. So there you go. Now this is one of the lawmen, the riflemen, and I've tried to give it the brass copper effect on the weapons. If I can zoom in there, back out a bit. I'll move my light, see what happens. There, that's a bit better. So I've tried to give it that brass effect. Love the badge in the centre. And I've not put no sort of like eyes in, I've sort of left like a black, as you would say, just fill them in using a shade colour. My light's a bit too bright at the moment. I'm going to zoom back out. So that's what I've done so far. They look better when they're on the table, at a distance, but on a close up, horrible. Okay, that's my intention, is to get these 5 done this week. The only way I can do it is basically do an hour when I come home from work, and I'll try and do it that way if I can. I should be able to. All being well, and no interruptions for the missus and the family and the breeding horses and everything else that goes on in family life. But there you have it. All right, now the other objective, as you can see on these jackets, I've started like a base coat. So I'm just basically using the colours, if I can just move the camera, using the colours that are on the table. So they're all Army Painter, a few Games Workshop, Vallejo game colour. That's just the colours I use for nearly all my figures. I have a few more, but I know people complain about this army colour, and it's too oily and it's not right. Just give it a good mix. Where's the machine? I've got a little machine that I use. As I said, I was on back out again. I use this thing to mix all my paints with. Stick it into the tub, switch it on, and away you go. And then before you take this out, switch it off, put it into some water, give it a good clean off, and that's it done. So that's it on fast speed, and when I hit the handle, it really speeds up. There you go. So that's just done because mine comes off, you see. And then there's the wee screw, and I just drill the hole. I cut that bit off, stuck a bit of wire on, tipped it all up again. I should make it, a better one, but I've had this for, nearly 2 years now. So it's just a bit of wire, that's it, twisted with a wee loop at the end of it. And then just taped up. Well, there you go. Simple tool, but there you are. Now the secondary objective has got to be Skaven. I'm a Skaven general. I've collected Skaven since they first started way back in the 80s. Here's one of my creations. Squeak head taker. Love this guy. I've had this about the second one I've had. This is a fine cast, awful thing to work with, full of holes. And I was painting them one day, and then I used the hairdryer, and I was watching a video or something, and when I looked back, it actually melted and it was hanging down here. So I had to basically warm him up again and then straighten him back up. But he actually snapped it at the end when I managed to get him in position, and unfortunately he sort of fell apart. These are a bit fidgy, especially this here. This does break now and again. Yeah, it just says. So got to put a new horn because I must have knocked the horn off. So that's what I've done. I just started that there, and he's on a bit of slate, an MDF base, and then a penny washer underneath just to add some weight, so he can doesn't fall over too much. So it's sort of like, you could say, counterbalanced. But that's my skiv in general. My favourite one out of all of them has got to be Thankwell Bone Ripper. Love that character. It's going to cost about 50 quid to get it, but you know, the new version. Now the rule system is of course is Age of Sigmar. I like the new system, but I'm not happy with the rules for the Skaven. It's just a bit too, for me it's too weak. So I'm going to incorporate the old last edition of the rules in with the new Age of Sigmar, and just make up my own warp scrolls. You can do that if you want. You can change a bit around, but there you go. And if anybody wants the rule set, I'll gladly send you a PDF. The type of terrain I want, or what makes like I want my Skaven to battle on, is of course it's got to be underground, cavern, molten lava, black shiny rock, you know, stalagmites and stalactites, you know, that type of thing, you know, just to give it, you know, it'll be two Skaven armies competing against each other, you know, for subterranean type stuff, you know, or maybe battling against dwarves. But no, that's me. So that's my other love, is my Skaven army. I've got quite a lot of it. I just haven't started painting it. I've got the Plague Monks painted, and that's about it. And some javelins, the old version javelins from the 80s, not the new ones, the old ones. I prefer that scenario, those type of figures. I must find them somewhere and show them in the next vid. But there you go. So on that, anything else? No, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll leave all the comments to this while we're Exodus stuff, and yahoo, getting my lawmen done. So getting there slowly but surely. I'll get there. So see you next time for the next video. It'll be sometime during the week if I can get it done. Yeah, it'll be Monday onwards, and I'll start then. All right, cheers, bye bye.